Good afternoon. My face is very, very dry today. My lips are just the effect of constantly licking them. So I did the lanolin on the lips and beef tallow on the face. No wonder the dogs like me. The moisturizer, the natural moisturizer, is just the best. I have been using whatever hodgepodge things I have in the house, the stuff that I've accumulated last year, slowly but surely using moisturizers, legs, arms, the whole gamut, the cheap stuff. Nothing compares to real animal products for moisture. It's fabulous. I can probably wash my hands at work 3 times. What it does is the water will just wick right off. I can wash my fingers, obviously, but the tops of the hands, the water, and I go even above the wrist, and the water just wicks right away. So happy being over moisturized. It's 32 degrees outside today. Obviously, you can see it's bright and sunshiny. So greetings to those of you I can't see. All I can see is a big, well, this big black screen in front of me. Cannot see any colors nor discernible text, none of the above. Got some bubble water here. So the topic of this live is, what did I feed everybody today? I couldn't fall asleep last night. Remember, for those of you that drove home with me last night, I was super duper hyper. Don't know what got into me, but it felt as though I was over caffeinated. And the only caffeine that I had was the 1 cup that I had going to Sam's Club in the morning. That's it. The rest of the time it was bubbly, or I had a packet of grapefruit element tea I have from my locker. I drank that yesterday. No sugar. I didn't have any of that shenanigans that I bought for people for my birthday cake. None of that, because it just disgusts me. This morning, my tummy felt upset, which is weird because I didn't eat anything unusual. I had normal wings. I had to cook them in the microwave, not the air fryer, because, well, work. And I just didn't want to putz with my air fryer. Let that be known. Sometimes I actually take the air fryer out on the shop floor, wherever I'm working. If I'm working in an isolated area, I plug it in and I put whatever my lunch is right there. No one said anything yet, but I'm sure once they start smelling, I'll be called out, no doubt. So, wow, what did I feed people today? If my stomach wasn't copacetic, as they say. I'm not sick, I'm not complaining or anything, but maybe, just maybe, it's too much fat for this month. Remember, it is Fatty Friday, or Fatty February, fasting, dry fasting on Fridays. So it's only Wednesday. I didn't even have any coffee today. Just bubble water. That's it. and the tummy's got butterflies. Now, could it be whatever bug is going around? I don't know. I made sure I did the Cindy trick today, and I have in my pocket an extra zinc and an extra vitamin C, just in case. Cautious. I wasn't about to ask my friend from work for those gummy things I bought for her. She said, oh, they're delicious. I said, the reason they're delicious is they have sugar in them. Had a little meal I prepped for Jack because it's lunchtime. So what I did was I made him on rye bread because this is how he likes it. Ever since we lived in Milwaukee County, it's a Milwaukee thing to have liver sausage on rye bread. So that's what I made him. Whatever was left of the liver sausage, I opened it Saturday or Sunday, made him a sandwich then, and then made the rest of it today. And the pint of the ice cream, I had half of a pint left. So I gave that to him with this glass of milk and brought the dog. Oh, and then I had extra pieces of liver sausage. Put that in his plate to give as a treat, a snack, whatever for the dogs. Doggone it. Guess what Jack ate? He ate the ice cream, he drank the milk, and he gave a half of a liver sausage sandwich to each of the dogs and that little piece that I had for the dogs. But he ate the Culver's custard. Does that even make any sense? Now, I'm sure those of you that are out there, some have cats, we have the dogs. I'm sure you talk to your pets like we do. I try not to use a baby voice. I don't think I've ever used a baby voice even with my son when he was little. Nevertheless, I heard him talk to Squeaky and say, like he's cutting a deal with her, right? He said, if you don't squeak for a week, I will take you for ice cream 3 times a week. You know what that means? That means the Dr. Kilt's ice cream I make for the dogs, he's not feeding them that. He's taking them to Dairy Queen so he can get his 3 quarts of ice cream in for the week. And whatever else he eats, who knows? I'm just beside myself. What in the world? But I have been known back in the day, 20 years ago, nah, maybe not 20. How long have we been up here? 18 years? Yeah, I have been known to sit down with a pint of Ben & Jerry's, a pint, and wolf that down. I just remember the groceries I used to buy. And I know this hits home for many of you. I would, generally speaking, eat off of the sales flyer from the store. So whatever they had on sale, well, that's what I would buy. And then as I lollygag through each of the individual aisles, refrigerated and dairy, or refrigerated dairy, and then frozen would always be last. I look for the sales stickers, and Ben & Jerry's, it always seemed like they were on sale. I don't even know how much they would be right now. I think back in the day, a pint was 5 something, I think. But I have not bought any Ben & Jerry's in forever. The people at work asked me if I ever miss cake And because I'm not going to be there next week, they asked me if Jack is going to make me a birthday cake. Tee-hee. He's not going to make me a birthday cake. One year, when I was keto, he had complained. Yep, that's a proper word. He really did. He had complained about the prices of sugar-free cakes. Because, let's be frank, when people say to me, don't I miss all the Christmassy things, Christmas foods or whatever, because I fast during that period, I said, well, no, and actually, you can get all the Christmassy things in June, July, any given month, anywhere. You can have anything shipped to you. So when people say that, don't you feel bad that you're not eating all the holiday food during the holidays? Nope, because I can make a really mean angel egg and have it with all the toppings, the bacon, cheese. Cheese is a thorn in my side. The sausages, all the meaty goodness, prime rib, etc. year round. I don't need Christmas for it. So his complaint was that it's so expensive to buy a sugar-free cake. Now, he bought me a sugar-free cake. Again, this was the keto years, so I don't know, let's say 12 years, 13 years ago. And the ingredients on the cake, they were suspect. You had all the maltodextrins and everything that means sugar was on that package. But thank you honey, for thinking of me for this sugar-free cake for my birthday. I'll have some. And then it was over. And then it's a passing fancy. So now, what I will probably do, again, like yesterday, remember this red spot on my chin? Cheese. Yeah, inflammation. So even though I feel cruddy, I got on the scale and the cheese weight is still there. I'm at 202. 202 is okay for me. But the hypocrite that I am, on my birthday, I'm going to make myself an oopsie cake with the dairy, with the cream, ice cream, which is what I would eat regardless. Kilt's ice cream in the freezer downstairs. I'll have oopsie cake and ice cream for my birthday. No sweetener, of course, because the cream is very sweet. I'm thinking maybe later today. Today's only going to be an 8-hour work day, in my opinion. Now, if I feel, and I don't know if I'll feel this way, but if I will, like I want to work an additional 2 hours, I can't. There's work there to be done. I'm concerned about the people at work next week when a friend of mine, she's retiring, and I won't be there. And I apologize if I'm repeating to those that listened to me driving home yesterday. For the two of us and our 40 hours absence for the week next week, they all have to work 8 hours overtime next week. Yeah. Is it a good thing? Get some extra money? Is it a bad thing? Are people talking about burnout? All of the above. I look at it as though this too shall pass. I will take all that extra money that if I choose to work overtime today and Thursday and Friday. Oh, there's no overtime late on Friday. If I choose to come in early on Friday, it's a lovely feeling when you know that you're coming into work on a Friday, for example, 8-10 hour days, whatever the case may be, that entire day that I am getting paid time and a half. It's a handsome check for me. But it's all got to go to bills. Pay down those credit cards. I'm doing it. I'm getting her done. I noticed that the supervisors have been taking through new people, or not new people, prospective people off of the street through the plant as a tour. Maybe they filled out an application, maybe they had an interview. Nevertheless, nobody started yet. I don't know why. Listening to the news, and I really have been much happier not being the face right in the news and 100% Fox News round the clock, etc., etc. YouTube is my news. Aaron making marshmallows, carnivore marshmallows, that's my news. That Rocky, isn't she a doll baby? Love that curly baby. She's a doll baby. But remember, Rocky is the majority of the Oopsie cupcakes too, so I think we got ourselves a carnivore curly cutie. Am I right? I'm right. The news is dirty that it's doom and gloom right now, but we really could use the help. They're speaking of bringing in other areas for us to build. So we have major contracts with Case, John Deere, the implement Farmall, the implement people, as in we make the coupling things together. They're talking about bringing in these new, as we call them, cells, work areas to work in because of the customer demand. But they have to redo the floor situation. They've redone the floor situation, as I call rearranging the chairs on the deck of the Titanic. We've probably done it in the 15 years that I've worked there 8 times easily, moved our entire floor. And Tetris, because you have to measure the size of the cell, the need for employee to work in and have all the machines and supplies to have an efficient workplace area. But now you're bringing other cells, so now you're squishing everything together. We just need the bodies. The news brought up the fact that, as in Henry Ford paying his employees $5 an hour, and it wasn't his mindset. Many people say that he did it with the mindset to have his employees buy the vehicles. No, it was to show that you can pay people well and you will get a better caliber of employee. I don't think our paid, the English language again, I don't believe that our plant pays people better. I'm speaking of new hires than other companies in the area. And remember, this is farmland. This is not a large metropolitan area. People used to bang the door down to try to get onto be an employee at our company. Well, those days are long gone. But The management, though, from Marsha, all the way through the entire plant, the supervisors, they all have their heads in the clouds and are oblivious to people's wants and people's needs. If you can't bring in a birthday cake for your birthday, seriously, I don't know. So the Quick Trip over here, my favorite gas station, that's been closed still. I'm just looking right now. They just poured concrete. Yeah, pour some concrete at it's 28 degrees right now. Check. Pour some concrete in 28-degree weather. Yikes. It's 1:30 and sunshiny. The anticipated date of opening is supposed to be on February 14th. That's next Saturday. We'll see. But I'll be off. I'll have to report back after I get back from vacation. Wouldn't that be lovely if I'm on vacation, because we've opted not to go to Florida this year. Why go to Florida? My friends went to Florida last weekend in Tampa. They're all bundled up in sweatshirts. I don't want to bring my Wisconsin clothes to Florida. I want to go to our resort. Enough said. And you can't go there and wear, well, yeah, you should wear sweatshirts because you'll freeze your tuchus off if you don't. So, in a perfect world, it would be lovely to have a snowstorm next week when I don't have to drive into work. My luck, the snowstorms will happen when I go back to work. That's just how it is. Wah, wah. What did I pack for lunch today? That's right, I didn't tell you guys. I packed 3 meat cookies that I prepped this past weekend. 3 of those and some air dehydrated pepperonis. I will not go back to the microwave pepperonis. Oh no. The air dehydrated ones are so much better. They're not that burnt taste. Sometimes you'll get it due to the nature of a microwave and not even cooking. But it's way less time to dehydrate pepperonis, and they retain a lot of their fat in them, which is good. For me, at least, on Fatty February. And of course, bubbled water. I don't know if I am going to resort into taking, I have some stomach soothing medication in my locker. I don't keep any in the house because why? And I thought, wow, my stomach doesn't feel good during a work day. I don't want all that overtime to be for naught. I'll pop a couple of the stomach pills to soothe my stomach and just be done with it. Here we are. Here we are, jiggity jig, back at the employer again. So let me park this rig and read some of your comments that I was so rude and didn't read driving down the road. Back it up, back it up, back it up, up. I have nothing to get in my trunk. I did bring the people from work a bag of pretzels that were in my cabinet, in my pantry, for a couple months. They're still good, but the expiration date is coming due March 17th, it says. St. Patrick's Day. Hi, everybody. I have 6 people and 2 thumbs. Thank you very much. Let's see who's all here. Hey, hi, Barbara. How are you? And Lynn's here. Hello, hello. There's Cass. Hi, Cass. Thank you, ladies, for all coming on. And hello, Michael. Hello, hello. Everybody talking amongst yourselves. Okay, Cass said that she got my keto flu headache today, day 4. Yay. Oh, yikes. I'm going to take the glasses off now because I'm in the shade. Day 4, yay. It's gone now, and I need electrolytes. But I'm still excited when it hits. Each time on either day 4 or 5. I know they're very predicting, aren't they? Either day, it lets me know my body is transitioning over. Absolutely. No, Jack cannot cook, Michael. I told you. He knows how to make scrambled eggs. That's my job. Proverbs, right? The Proverbs wife that I am. Hey, there's Helix. Hi, Helix. Hi. How are you? I like it that you guys talk amongst yourselves because I'm busy just babbling onto you. Yes, I'm going to try Aaron's carnivore marshmallows. They look delicious, and Rocky seemed to have loved them. Cute Cat, I don't know those marshmallows. Oh, Cass is saying, I know. Don't those marshmallows look insane? They look so huge and puffy. They were only 4 ingredients, and she left out 2 of them. True, salt and vanilla. It was almost an oopsie. It was almost an oopsie. Oopsie. Lynn says, missed you last night. Too late for this girl. I think I was asleep. I don't think there's Cass saying, hi, Amy. How did I miss Amy? Amy, there's Amy. Hi, Amy. Amy, did you listen yesterday? I had suggested that you take, let me see if I have the receipt from Sam's Club, because I don't buy this product. No, of course I don't have Airborne liquid. I bought Airborne for one of the girls here that asked me to buy the liquid, but they didn't have it, so I bought her the gummies because, well, she's not keto or carnivore. But one of my subs said for you, not you, but because I spoke of you in a generic term, said to, before you get on board of your airplane, drink the Airborne. Have that in your system because, as we know, it's a flaming germ infested PETA plane up there. Ugh, it's just disgusting. So I don't want you to get sick. I want you to enjoy your vacation and your celebration. And I certainly hope it's beautiful weather tomorrow when you land in Cali. So get the Airborne today. Go to your pharmacy, get it, stock up, drink it. There were carbs in the gummies because the gummies that I bought for the girl here, it was coated in sugar. You could see it on the package, but I don't remember, and I don't know how many carbs are in Airborne. But drink Airborne with carbs or be sick. I don't know. I would probably drink the Airborne, but that's just a suggestion from me and one of my fans. I can't take zinc though. Oh, no, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. I can't take vitamin C. I'm allergic. Oh, my Lanta. I'm so sorry. And forget that. Well, this is just my opinion. If you know, you know. This is not a medical channel. I am not a doctor. I am just a certified Kilts Mighty Network coach, certified. Oh, Amy. Don't Don't breathe. Hold your breath. The entire flight. Hold your breath. No, don't do that. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I did not know you couldn't take those. Yikes. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Well, I'm going to go into the job. I've been yakking now for 31 minutes. Thank you all for driving with me on this beautiful sunshiny day today. Don't know what time I'm sticking around. I'm shooting for just an 8-hour day. But if I feel like it, maybe I'll work 2 more. I need some sleep. I have to make up sleep. If you know, you know. I love you all. Take care. Toodles. Have a lovely, profitable, fruitful, healthy, happy hump day. Wednesday. That's today. Toodles.